Aloha. Thank you for stepping into the Hawaii Food and Wine Festival virtual kitchen to kick off our new series, Armstrong Produce Presents Cook and Drink Along with HFWF. I'm Denise Yamaguchi, the co-founder and CEO of the Hawaii Food and Wine Festival. Tonight, we get to cook alongside one of our festival favorites and also my husband, Chef Roy Yamaguchi, as he teaches us the art of sushi. I hope you've all got your ingredients ready. All you need is a flat surface and your Yamaguchi Sushi Box, or the ingredients you picked up from the market. We also have we also shake things up with award-winning mixologist and owner of Bar Leather Apron, Justin Park. He'll teach us a bit about Japanese shochu and will make the perfect cocktail to pair with your sushi kit. Before we start, I'd like to tell you more about what's coming down the pipeline for our festival this year. Because of COVID-19, we've created two virtual series, this Cook and Drink Along presented by Armstrong Produce, and the Talk Story and Pahana presented by HMAA, which we kicked off a few weeks ago. So our next virtual event will be a Talk Story and Pahana, which will be a candid conversation with leading women in the culinary industry about why women still face challenges and an uphill battle in the culinary field. We are excited to bring the screening of A Fine Line a few days ahead of the virtual event, and we'll have with us the producer, director, and creator of the documentary, Joanna James. Tickets will go on sale for this right after the cook-along. It's important for us that we continue providing programming in order to support our local restaurants, visitor industry, and other small businesses in our community. Your ticket for tonight's event will benefit the Kokua Ag and Culinary Fund, which supports the agricultural, culinary, and hospitality industries in Hawaii that have been impacted by COVID-19. A special thank you goes out to our presenting sponsors of these two series, Armstrong Produce and HMAA. Because of them, we are able to produce these virtual events. Finally, I want to urge all of you to check out our new digital content platform, hashilife.com, which features stories behind the many chefs, winemakers, mixologists, and others in our community who come together year after year to make our festival possible. I am pleased to now introduce you to our moderator and my good friend, Tanya Wakim, co-host of Living 808 and KHON. Tanya, many thanks to you for being here.
Thank you. Nice to see everyone. I was taking a peek at everyone in their Zoom. We even have some underage participants, so hopefully your parents will be able to enjoy the show too. Hi, everyone. Just wanted to toast to the Hawaii Food and Wine Festival team and to everyone as a little preview of the drink that Justin's going to be mixing up. But if you watch my show, and I hope you do, a little shameless plug, we're on KHON from 9 to 10, but we do a lot with local food and nonprofits and also drinks, because as we know, food and beverage brings everyone together. So we're glad to, in the spirit of this, be brought together and to learn from two masters today, Chef Roy and Justin. I know you're all excited about getting these lessons. I am, and I can't wait to dig in. But I want to tell you to get your kits and your ingredients ready to go. And two of you got a little extra something. We had two at random Hawaii Food and Wine Festival aprons that you can wear tonight. So I'm going to take a peek around. Did anyone get those? We'll see who our lucky random participants are. Wave at me. Oh, and I see Kelly Simek there. Hi, Kelly. How are you? Anyone get the aprons? We have so many participants. I don't know if I can see, but congratulations if you did this. And unmute yourself if you did. Go ahead and say, model your new aprons.
Aloha, Kiala.
Oh, here we go. We got our two, Keala and Faye. Is that right? Congratulations.
Oh, no way. Thank you.
It doesn't look like you're wearing anything under the apron. Okay, phew. All right, just to make sure we're all family here. So congratulations. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. Now, during the class, we do want to make sure your cameras are on so that Roy and Justin can also see you and watch your progress and make sure you're doing everything right. And also to give you some tips as you go along. We want this to be interactive and fun. So here's how we do this. I know a lot of us are getting more comfortable for the Zoom world, but if you want to ask a question at some point, what you need to do is go down to the bottom where it says participants, click on that, and then a box will open up, and in there it'll say raise your hand. So just like a classroom, raise your hand, and when there's a good point, I can either open up your microphone or can have a question like that. So go ahead and do that. I'll be keeping an eye out for your raised hands, and when it's a good time, I'll ask you to unmute. Now, otherwise, so we can be sure to hear Roy and Justin. As you know, with technology, sometimes the audio and technology doesn't cooperate. So please keep yourself muted as much as possible until we have a question or we want to get to you. And after the class, we'll be sure to have a good long Q&A session so you can get out any questions you have there. So if you have any non-class related questions, you can also ask those. We'll try to get to as many as possible. Now, tomorrow, we want to make sure, since this is the first cook and drink along, that everyone has a good time. So we want your input. So there will be a survey that goes out tomorrow. So go ahead and answer that. And that feedback will allow the Hawaii Food and Wine Festival team to make any improvements or adjustments that'll make this a really successful series. If you're fans of the festival, you know, we're bummed we can't do that in person like normal. So we want to get the most out of this for this series. Now, as Denise did mention, the tickets to the next Hawaii Food and Wine Festival event is a talk story with female powerhouses, and that will go on sale tonight after the event. It's gonna be great. All right, got the housekeeping out of the way. I know you're ready to get started. So we are going to start tonight with a mixing class with none other than Justin Park of Bar Leather Apron, one of the best. We are so fortunate to have so many great chefs and mixologists just really adding to the culinary scene here. He has many accolades and awards, and is one that you want to learn the tricks of the trade from. Tonight, he's going to be making something called the kinjo. It's an original recipe that Justin created to perfectly pair the Ichiko Silhouette with Chef Roy's Yamaguchi Sushi Box. For those of you who added the Shoju kit on with your ticket purchase, you got a pre-mixed concoction with all of the ingredients that he's showing you, plus a bottle of Ichiko Silhouette. So your job should be easy. Right now, I want to bring Justin in so he can tell us more about this drink that he's created and start showing us what we can make. And what a beautiful sight there in Hawaii Kai. Hi, Justin.
Hi.
All right, everyone is excited for the drink. So what do you have for us? What are you going to be helping us whip up tonight?
I'm making a cocktail called the kinjo. The idea behind the name, the kinjo, kinjo means neighborhood, translates to the word neighborhood. And with everything going on, I've personally spent a lot more time at home, getting to know my neighbors and, well, socially distanced, of course, and my neighborhood. So I thought it'd be great to name that cocktail after that. First, we'll go over what's in the kit, shochu kit you have. So first up is Ichiko Silhouette. This is a very light, refreshing shochu. It comes in at 25% ABV. So it's great for low ABV cocktails or like light cocktails, which is happen to be trending very hard right now in the world of mixology and cocktails. And secondly, you have your mixer. Now, in this mixer is everything you need. I'm going to prepare the cocktail in front of you here, but you won't need to do that. You just need to pour one and then the other. So you can follow along as far as the ratios go that I'm going to explain to you, or you can just go ahead and mix to your liking. So inside of this little mixer, we have a few ingredients. The flavors I chose to use, I really wanted to complement, for one, the lightness of Ichiko, so not to be too overpowering, and for two, to complement Chef Roy's sushi box. And it just so happens Ichiko Silhouette is Chef Roy's favorite, so it all makes sense. So first off, I started with a little bit of red shiso, micro red shiso, and I steeped it in jasmine tea. Now, I added a little bit of sugar for some texture and some water, and that's what's going to be in this little carafe right here. It's what gives the cocktail a lot of color, a lot of aroma, and a lot of texture. And secondly, I have this, which is a mixture of both yuzu, fresh lemon juice, a little bit of sugar, and some water. So I call it a yuzu lemon syrup. Meyer lemon, of course, local. So without further ado, I'm going to make the cocktail here. But like I said, everything's pre-mixed in here, so you do not have to do this. Of course, you can get creative with it. You can add soda water, make it a chu-hai or a shochu highball, whatever. But we'll go over tools. So the tools I'm going to be using today is a shaker. It's called a 3-piece shaker. It has a strainer right inside there. This is another type of strainer. It's called a Parisian shaker. But at home, you can use something as simple as Tupperware. It works fine. But this is a deli, but I'm going to build it right in here. So the proportions for the cocktail is we're going to start off with Ichiko Silhouette. Is 2.5 ounces. So now ounces translated. If you don't have a jigger that measures ounces, you can always use a tablespoon. So essentially, I wrote it down here because I have it. So 1 ounce equals 2 tablespoons. So we're going to start off with 2.5 ounces of Ichiko Silhouette. Now, for those of you who haven't had shochu before, it's very light. It's very refreshing. It stands up to very light flavors. So everything I have here is not, the point was not to override the flavor profile of the shochu. It was to feature it. So the second thing we're going to add, which I didn't mention in the ingredients earlier, is this. It's a Shishito pepper tincture. Now, the way we do the Shishito pepper tincture is we take Suntory Haku, which is a vodka from Suntory, and we torch Shishito peppers, and I flash infuse them with the vodka. We clarify it so it doesn't have all that color, but it's going to add a little bit of kind of an earthy note, which pulls out some of the flavor profiles in the shochu. So as you can see, there's just 4 dashes in the cocktail. So next, we're going to add, and I don't know how to tell you how to measure this at home, maybe a bar spoon, or I'm sorry, maybe like half of a kitchen spoon, a small spoon. But you don't have this ingredient, so it doesn't even matter. Sorry, I'm learning how to do this too. Okay, next we're going to add 1 full ounce of our red shiso mix. I should say red shiso jasmine tea mix. The tea does a couple of things. There is a little bit of sweetness from the sugar we add to it, the shiso, as we blanch the leaves. But we also use the tea to help dry out the ingredient, to make it a bit more dry and help balance out the cocktail. So that's a full ounce. I'm sorry, 1.5 ounces. Yeah, and next we have this Yuzu lemon mix, Yuzu Meyer lemon mix. We're gonna go 3/4 ounce of that. Okay, so I have some ice here. I'm just gonna add it to our shaker. Shake it up. Shaking it up chills it down, but it also incorporates all the ingredients really nicely together. You can see that beautiful color. It's the micro red shiso that we use. Now, mind you, just to remind you, you do not have to shake it up. You can just pour it. So keep this chilled, would probably be in your best interest. We're gonna top it off with a little bit of ice. Not to make a mess too much. And then with your little cocktail pack, there's a couple of green shiso leaves that we've packaged. On it, there's a little slit. You can either tear that, or if you have some scissors available, cut it. It makes it a little bit easier. Now we're gonna take the green shiso leaves. I'm just gonna garnish the cocktail with it. Now that's gonna provide a couple of things other than being beautiful. It's gonna give a lot of aroma. It's good for Instagram, #HFWF. And I think that's about it. So if anyone has any questions, you can let us know.
Yeah. Well, Justin, I want to ask you, some of these ingredients sound exotic, you're making the tea. For people who aren't a master mixologist like you behind the bar, are there some simple hacks or something they can get to replicate it?
Yep, for sure. Well, I mean, if you break down kind of what we're using, shiso is a cousin to the mint leaf, so you could do something with mint along the lines of a mojito. Like you could take a classic cocktail and just substitute a citrus for a different citrus. So in this case, I use yuzu and lemon as opposed to just lemon. It gives it another layer of flavor, different flavor profiles, and kind of toy with the amount you use, because it's really important, balance. Just like sushi, which happens to be one of my favorite foods, just like shochu, everything is about balance. You don't want anything to overpower anything else, or it becomes hard to enjoy. So the whole idea of this was to just complement.
I think I see another question here from Momi. Says, Justin, how do you store the bottle? In the refrigerator, or can it stay at room temperature?
Shochu, you're talking about, Momi? In the refrigerator. I would do it in the refrigerator.
Yes, in the refrigerator. So
the bottle doesn't last long.
The bottle is open.
Decision, but no, I'm just kidding. Maybe Roy, but I don't. But yeah, I would store it in the refrigerator. Everything out of the refrigerator, it goes ready to drink.
There you go. And what about making drinks with shochu? Is there something that you should take inspiration, like you said, is balance? What is a good mixer with that?
Yeah, so a good thing to note with shochu at 25% ABV is about half the alcohol by volume of a normal spirit. So when you're thinking about how much you're using, the ratios really come into play. So if you use too little shochu and too much mixer, you're not going to get any. You use too much, you know, so that's why chuhai or like shochu highballs are very popular. Majority, I think it's 1 part shochu, 2 parts soda. So you still get the taste of the shochu, but you get all the effervescence the soda water helps provide. So, I mean, I guess that's what's kind of fun about doing it at home as opposed to doing it at the bar. At the bar, we can't make mistakes because we're going to give you a check at the end and you got to pay it. Thank
Yes.
you come in. But at home, you know, you have this bottle, you can kind of go toy with it, go back and forth. Now, if you drink this cocktail and you think, oh, hey, this seems a little bit strong, maybe I'll add a little more, just go ahead, like pour a little bit more of your mixer, or I should say, pour a little bit more of this. I didn't explain how much was in this. There's 8 ounces in here, and each cocktail calls for 2 ounces of mix. So technically 4 cocktails can be made with this for 2.5 ounces of this. So 2.5 ounces of Ichiko Silhouette, 2 ounces of the red shiso yuzu mix.
Okay, you just answered Eileen's question. It was what was the ratio from mixer to shochu? And Joe already mixed it up and said the drink is so good. So, just anyone else have any questions? We'd love to get those to Justin too. And I just realized I messed up my ratio then because I poured all in the mixer in here. So I might need to change one.
That's kind of the thing that everyone's learning with to-go cocktails, which is increasingly becoming more popular, is that, I mean, this is just the mixer, so you don't have to worry. But if this were the whole cocktail and you were to drink the whole thing, you got to think you're drinking 4 cocktails at one time. So, I mean, if you were to drink 4 cocktails at any time at one time, it wouldn't be, probably wouldn't end well. But yeah, so think about that when you're enjoying to-go cocktails, which BLA offers Tuesday and Friday pickup. BLA.com. No, but
It is a strange time that we are able to get these drinks to go. All right, did anyone have any other questions? Let me see, I'm gonna get a group shot. How many of you, raise your glasses, how many of you actually mixed it and had a sip? All right, Anise, Joe, Rini, Janice, thumbs up if you like it. And if you wanna ask Justin, okay, we have applause, a lot of people very excited. Hi, Neens.
We love it, we love it. How's it?
you're gonna get muted, so don't not like it. No, just kidding. But
Okay,
cheers.
everyone. Cheers. If you have any questions, let us know. I should say kanpai, right? Well, Justin, thank you so much. I know that, like you said, Roy is a big fan of the Ichiko Silhouette. So we want the sushi, the Yamaguchi Sushi Box, that is perfect to pair with this. So if it's okay, we want to ask Roy to join us now to start us on our sushi. Oh, and delicious. Everyone's saying delicious. Hi, Roy. How are you?
I'm doing great, Tanya. How are you?
You're doing good. No one brought you a drink yet? I don't know if I've ever seen you without a drink in your hand. Oh, you haven't.
Well, I have one here, but actually, Justin's going to bring it. There you go. Hey,
There
thank
it
you, Justin. Thank you.
Kampai, it's great that you and Justin are doing this.
Excellent.
Okay,
Okay,
we got-
guys, you know what? I'm going to start with the.
I'm on a Zoom call.
Lonely up here, you
Hawaii
know,
Food and Wine Festival.
just think about myself,
They're doing a
not-
virtual, obviously because you're not able to go.
Maybe an
So
audience.
it's
or something.
Roy Yamaguchi
Keone.
doing a cooking demo.
Uh,
So it's like
Hi, Roy. Sorry, we're
Like,
hearing
you know,
somebody else
50
talking.
bucks. No, was it?
So I got
You pay like
Keone
100
over here.
bucks.
Be
You
my
can
audience.
pick
But
up a
anyways,
box of all the
you
ingredients.
should have your kid
and
in
then
front
you
of
can
you.
cook
So the
along
main
with
thing
them.
is to make sure that you have hopefully a table or somewhere that you have all your sushi kits lined up at. So I have my rice.
Yeah.
I have the larger box in front of me. So I have a box here with the rice.
And
I have a box
so the
here
discounts
with
for
my
Panda in
fish
general,
and the
I
vegetables.
guess you can always
Can
start
you
ordering
please
after 10
mute
a.m. tomorrow
yourselves?
for delivery on Saturday.
Box.
Everybody, please.
So I'm gonna come in Saturday then.
The sauces. So again, thank you very much for joining me. Before you get started, can you guys make sure that you wash your hands? Okay,
I don't
make sure
know.
you're all clean, ready to go. Or of course, you can use rubber gloves if you like. So Keone, can you make that sound of washing your hands?
I'm from Kauai, so yeah. It's in my blood to eat that stuff.
So now we got that going. You know, thank you very much.
No, it's made by Hormel.
Great drink. Reminds me
I-
of in the younger days when I used to run around and pick chiso from.
Hey, Roy, let me ask you to hold on for a second. We're hearing someone else louder than
Yes,
you.
yeah.
Anyways, great drink.
growing up,
Let's see if
whenever
we
you
can
go,
mute.
Well, you know what? Maybe we can get started.
I just always thought it was
a little
Why?
bit
One
about
day,
our sushi
I'm
box.
walking
Our
through,
sushi
like,
box was
I don't know,
designed so
Daiei
that
or whatever,
we
right?
are your
And I'm
sous
like,
chef. So
what
like we're
do
like
I-
your assistant. So we got everything prepped up, everything divvied up. We got the rice cooked and portioned and then rolled, and then everything else is all done. So we are your sous chef. So all you have to do is kind of like enjoy yourself, okay? This is not about being fancy. This is about having fun at home. You know, your kids out there or yourself, kind of like partake, and then maybe you can just kind of like put it together. And most of all, just have fun, because we're not trying to be a master sushi chef, right? It's all about being the master sushi chef of your household.
Well, we love having sushi there, especially at that
Okay,
location.
Joni, you're supposed to laugh, but you're not laughing. Okay, I need some laughs and claps, because, you know, trying to do this thing, you know, it's like a, what do you call that? Stand-up comedian with no audience, you know.
You're doing
it's
awesome,
horrible.
chef. You're doing awesome.
Okay, so okay, we have all this stuff ready, okay? So just to go over, I have the 3 sauces. So I do have I guess, not the darkest one, but kind of like, kind of dark is the darkest one is the soy sauce, okay? And then we have the kabayaki, which is kind of like the one that kind of drizzles. Oh, I put it in the wrong cup. I put it in, hey, Keone, what happened here? Okay, you're supposed to tell me what to do. But anyways, the kabayaki sauce is the one that kind of drizzles kind of on you know, with viscosity. And then you have another sauce that comes, and it looks kind of like the lighter sauce. It's, again, the same consistency of a soy sauce, but it looks kind of brownish, and that's the ponzu. And the ponzu is the one with the, it has like citrus, like yuzu, orange juice, lemon juice, soy sauce, and it has a dashi in it. So this is our ponzu sauce that we have had on the menu for almost 30 years. So I'm gonna put this in this bowl right here. Okay, so we have the 3 sauces. And then in your kit, you should have some takuan, you know, which is the, you know, Japanese radish, some cucumbers. You should have some of the kaiwari sprouts. And then we have some spicy tuna that's mixed with momoji. And also it has like sriracha, so it's a little spicy. And it has like green onions. And then we have some avocado, wasabi. We have some ginger. And then we have some ikura. And then we have some shrimp and some unagi. And then we have some hamachi, tuna, and then what do you call it? The salmon. So anyways, I think one of the first things you want to do is make sure you have all of that. And then you actually need some water, okay? You do need water. So if you're getting started, I would open up your boxes, put everything all around you, and make sure you have some water, because it'll be easier for you to kind of like maneuver things as you go along with water, okay? So everybody ready? Everybody have their water? Everybody ready to go? Okay. So you do have some nori, okay? Actually, before we get to that, did everybody go out and get your maki like I told you to do? Huh? Huh? Yes, chef, or no chef?
Maybe chef. Yes, chef. Yes, chef.
Yes, chef. Okay. Okay, so if you have your maki throw it away. We don't need the expensive bamboo maki. Okay, what we're gonna do is make our own. So if you guys have any paper, okay, you have any paper like this, what you wanna do is get some of the scrap paper, cut it in half. Oh, sorry, I use my knife, cut it in half. And then what you want to do is grab one of these quart-sized bags. And what you want to do is maybe cut a little bit of the edge. So maybe about an inch, 2 inches like that. And then you want to just cut that off. So cut that much off. And then just put the paper in the bag itself, okay? Does everybody follow me now? Hey, what's in this bag now? I got nothing better to do. So gotta get some laughs somehow. So anyways, you can actually make your own maki soup. So instead of having that bamboo mat, what you can do is make your own, okay, scrap paper. And this will be a roller. So you can have a quart size or you can have your gallon size, okay? Just using scrap paper. Okay, so I'm gonna throw this extra stuff out. And then the actual nori that you have, okay? See, actually your nori came in a gallon bag, so you can actually make a gallon size on us, okay? So the actual nori that you got actually comes in this large size, okay? I have gloves on, so it's kind of hard to open. But it comes in this, the so-called, when you buy it, it comes in a large size like this. So all we did was we just cut it in half, okay? Well, actually fold it in half. So I'm not so sure if you can really see this, but when you buy it, you have a rough side and you have a smooth side, and you have the rough side that actually is dull, and then you have the showing side, which is nice and glossy. And what you do is you actually want to, and then you see some ribbons, meaning that you see some lines. And what we do is we have the lines horizontal like this. And then we just go like this, break it in half. Terrible, terrible, terrible. So you have it like this, okay? So this is what you have in your kit. Is everybody following me? Tanya, are you following me?
I am following. I want to actually.
Yes, chef.
Yes. Everyone's following along. I'm zooming in here and checking on all the chefs ready for action.
Okay, ready for action. So anyways, so now that we have the nori wrap, the seaweed wrap, the first thing I want to make is, yeah, why not, right? Why don't we make a hand roll?
Yes.
Maki.
Sure.
So, is everybody with me?
We
Everybody
muted
have
you so we can hear you. Yes, thumbs up across the board.
Thumbs up, okay. Okay, if I get a thumbs down, I'm gonna stop. If I get a first sign of a thumbs down, I'm gonna start walking myself out.
Well, it's funny.
That's what's
Roy-
gonna happen if I get a thumbs down.
Roy,
Okay,
you're
so what I did was I
I'm-
cut the, does everybody see this? Do I have too much stuff laying around? Okay,
No.
so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the rice in half, okay? Or you can actually use all the rice. It all depends what you want. If you like a lot of rice, you can actually put some rice like this, okay? So it kind of looks like a triangle. And then what I do is I kind of like,
Can you show
maybe
the
get like,
again,
maybe, this is probably like an inch, okay? So what I did was I cut maybe about an inch like this, okay? Not all the way through, about 90% like this. And then I put the, I put the actual rice kind of looks like a V. And then I'm gonna start building this kit. So I'm gonna have a cucumber, maybe a little takuwang, and I can put, maybe I'll just, with this one here, I'm gonna go with the, maybe a spicy tuna. Okay, so I'm gonna put the spicy tuna like this. And then maybe some kaiwari sprouts. And I think what you want to do is kind of make it look like a, well, you want to have some of these things sticking out, okay? Can you see that?
Yes.
Yes,
Perfect.
Joni, can you see it or no?
Yes, chef. Yeah.
Okay,
Hold it up.
so what you want to kind of like have it hanging out, and what you want to do is you want to start rolling it like a V. Okay, so you want to start rolling it like a V, so it rolls like this, right? And then when it rolls like this, what you want to do is this last piece here, you just kind of like take it out, because if you put something in there that might spill, you might need this end part to kind of like put it on the bottom, right? So it kind of holds like a cup. Hey, do I get a thumbs up on that one, or does it look good on camera? Good on camera? Joni, does it look good on camera or no?
Good, looks good.
Okay, so you can make big ones, small ones. Again, this is a different type of roll. Again, this is the same nori, right? So I'm looking at the side that's kind of dull. And again, you can put your rice. And again, you can put a whole rice or a half a rice, it's up to you. So let's just go with the whole rice. So again, maybe put your hand in the water so you can maneuver the rice a little bit better. And then again, you can put a cucumber. And let's say, I want to put maybe not a whole salmon, but say maybe I want to put a half a salmon on there. Okay. And again, you want to put your spice sprout if you like. Maybe put a little bit of wasabi if you like. And then you can kind of roll this. And then, again, take the bottom off. So you can eat it like this. How was that? It's good?
Looks great. Looks great. And
Huh?
one of the-
Awesome, chef.
yeah, we're gonna give a shout out to our ingredients too.
Okay, so
Armstrong
one more time
Produce
like this.
providing a lot of that.
Is everybody with me? Tanya?
Yes, I am here.
Yes, chef.
Are we getting a thumbs up or thumbs down or don't care or?
Thumbs up. I think some people, they're busy eating already. Yeah.
Okay,
Pamela's eating.
so let's do another one.
What do you do with this
So
part?
again, you can do
What?
that type of roll, or again, you can do like a futomaki, which is a kind of a thicker roll. So again, maybe get like a rice, okay? So I'm gonna make this a little thicker. So again, use a little water like this and kind of spread it, okay? And then you can put maybe an avocado. Okay, maybe an avocado. And maybe, I don't know, shrimp or something. I don't know, whatever you like. And then you can actually roll this, right? So remember I told you before, one of these. Can everybody see it? So I'm
I
gonna
think
put this down.
Roy, I want to ask you about the ingredients because
So
I
this
know
is the quart size. This is the quart size Glad bag. So then I'm going to roll this. And then at the very end, put a little rice so that it can stick. So you have a nice roll like this. And you can cut it. So you have a nice roll like this. Yes, no, maybe.
Yes, looks great.
Okay, so you have the, you can do a large one with futomaki. You can do a really thin one, hosomaki, or this is kind of like a medium maki. And then you can also do stuff like this is like a gunka maki, and this is the one like if for instance if you go and if you like uni or if you like salmon roll, sometimes you might order. something with like I'll just show you here. So this is like a gunka maki. So what I did was, again, I cut the nori and I cut strip, and then I made a little area on top that's kind of open. So what I can do now is I can put it on a plate, and then I can fill it with, say, spicy tuna. And then you can maybe garnish it, you know, with a couple of spice sprouts on top. How's that one? I put it on a plate before. So let me just cut this one again. So you can make different types of rolls, right? And then if you like to, you know, just to be fancy, you don't have to be fancy. But you know, you can put the gari, you know, you have the ginger, and then you can kind of like, yeah, I don't know, this is probably good enough, just like this. So you can kind of decorate it. You can put it on the plate. Getting back to the cone sushi or the temaki. Okay, couple more things. How are we doing on time, Tanya?
We're doing good. We're doing really well. I think people might be curious to know about your ingredients, because I know that's a big part of the festival, supporting local. So what type of fish and how do you pick the produce for sushi?
Well, of course, you can use your local fish, or you can buy fish from, you know, of course, the ahi is from here. The salmon, of course, is not from Hawaii. But, you know, we have great produce that we get from, I think Mark and Joni might be on. Joni Teria might be on the screen, but from Armstrong Produce, and you know, we buy a lot of their produce. So you know, thank you very much, Mark and Joni, and you know,
Mahalo, Armstrong.
You know, we have the avocado that we get from them, and then you know, we have the kaiwari sprouts, and of course, local cucumbers, and you know, we try to use as much local products as much as possible, and then the fish. You know, we were fortunate to get our, you know, our fish from tropics this time, and you know, we have the nice ahi, and of course, we have the hamachi, and we have the salmon. So, you know, as we continue to make this, what I thought would be nice was to make maybe a Futoburmaki. Futoburmaki is, you know, I mean, you can use. You know, if you have a hammer, you can use a hammer. But if you don't have a hammer, you know, just use a frying pan. So, you know, what we do is we get a frying pan and smash that. Sorry for going off screen. So this is our Futoburmaki, and you can do it as thin as you want or thick as you want. And then what we do is we put, you know, some rice. Or actually, you know, if you want, you can if you're a wasabi lover, let's put some wasabi on there. Okay. And then what I do is move this. Okay. Why don't you tell me that from the beginning? Huh? So this is a Futoburmaki. So what we do is we put it in saran wrap, okay? This is more like a basketball-maki. Sorry, my football doesn't look like a football. It looks more like a basketball. So this is a basketball-maki. Okay, so we put that on there, okay? So that becomes a basketball, and then maybe we can garnish it, a nice garnish here. And then again, you know, nothing has to be traditional. You know, you want to kind of mix it up. So maybe you throw some pepper on there if you like. Maybe a little Hawaiian salt on this. Okay, so this is kind of like the and then what you can do is you can get some of this nori, the seaweed, and seaweed is actually kind of hard to cut with a knife. So what you want to do is if you have some kitchen we call them shears and some scissors, you can kind of like use these shears because it's hard to cut with a knife. So you just use the scissors and you cut it like this. Okay. So you make these little strips, and then you can use the nori as a garnish. Okay. Yoni, how's that look? It's looking good? And then,
Just a little bit more.
what's that?
Just a little more. Right.
Oh, just a little bit more garnish. Okay. So that, you know, if you have some Thai basil or something, you know, you can put a little Thai basil on top. And then if you have some of that, the takuwan, you saw some takuwan in there, right? So get the takuwan. Oh, takuwan is a marinated Japanese radish. Okay, so it's a daikon, but it's, you know. Okay, no questions right now. No questions right now. I don't want to talk to anybody right now.
Yeah.
So okay, what's the question again? Wait, Keone, how's that look?
That looks
You want to
beautiful.
zoom in? Huh? A little closer shot?
Wow.
Okay. Should I hold it or should I?
Hold it right there. Hold it right there. Tell them thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Huh?
Thumbs up.
Okay.
Thumbs up. Did anyone make that? I want to see. Lift it up if you made it. Oh, okay. The Clark.
Okay.
Oh, you just dropped it off the plate. I'm sure it'll still taste great. Roy, I think we had a question for you from Melanie Kosaka. Melanie, you want to unmute and ask your question to Roy?
Next question's no good. Next. Just kidding. What is it, Melanie? Hey, hey, Keone, can you turn your phone off, please?
Yeah. By the way, Roy, the background is beautiful there. I know the drink that Justin made is named after the word for neighborhood, and I know you wanted to create a neighborhood restaurant. So cheers to you for your success and for continuing to give back to the community through the festival and events like this.
Tanya, you're so good. Thank you for talking about the you know, the scenery back here. This is the view you can enjoy when dine-in comes back. When you're at the original Roy's in Hawaii Kai, we have a great lawn area. We have tents out there that you can just have a nice breeze and have one of these cocktails, you know, Justin's recipe, and relax, enjoy. You know what? Let us make the sushi, right? Let us make the sushi. You don't have to make it, unless you want to take it out and bring it home. Okay. So Melanie, yes? You're on mute. Okay, you have 10 seconds or else you're out.
Right, or if anyone else has a question right now as well. What's you know, I want to ask you about the rice. The sushi rice is such a key too. What's some secrets to doing that? It's not just the basic sticky rice. What do you need to do if you're trying to DIY at home, Roy?
I mean, you have to use good rice. I mean, that's the main thing. What we do is we buy some hoshikari. That's the really high quality rice that we buy, hoshikari. And we use that rice to get that really nice shine, and the grains are, you know, pretty much perfect. And of course you want to soak it, let it, you know, after you wash it a lot, you let it soak and just let it kind of like more of a, lack of a better word, get tempered, meaning that, you know, let it just sit, let it soak. And then after that, we use a rice cooker. Of course, a Japanese one. And then we steam it. And then after you take it out, we actually make sure that we have our recipe. You know, we have our own sushi su that we make in house, and then we just do our routine. But again, let us be your sous chef.
Kathy had a question, a follow-up. How long is the rice soaked?
Well, you know, it depends because, you know, if you're talking about rice for about 4 or 5 people, about a half an hour is pretty good.
Todd, oh, Todd Opo. Hi, Todd. He asked Roy if you could show us an unagi creation. You do something with unagi?
Hey, Tom. Hey, you would ask that question. Okay, unagi. Okay, so I'm glad you asked because unagi, when you do get it at home, you know, if you can, you know, I'm just saying that if you can, I would heat it up. If you have a toaster oven or maybe even a microwave, I guess, I don't know. I've never tried it in a microwave, but if you have like a broiler or, you know, toaster oven, put it in the toaster oven for a little bit, maybe for about a minute, because that's when you get the nice caramelization and the skin will actually become softer because the skin kind of gels up. But the reason why everybody leaves it on is because it has such a nice texture and nice flavor. So, okay, so I'm gonna let's get the unagi, and then maybe what I want to do is I want to make kind of like a another Futoburmaki. Okay, so I'm gonna get a larger piece of saran wrap. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the unagi in the skin side down. Okay. And then what I want to do is I want to put a little bit of a spiciness to it. So I'm going to put a little spicy tuna. Okay. Put a little avocado. Okay. And then what I want to do is get some of the rice. And I'm going to use maybe a half of a log. And then kind of make it flat a little bit first. And then some wasabi, maybe a little wasabi. Okay. And then I'm gonna, again, just bundle the saran wrap. Kind of form it into a ball, but I don't want to, you know, what I want to do is kind of like not really mesh it up, but I'm kind of trying to create the great rainbow that I see outside. Okay, so I see a nice rainbow. Jesus, should I go outside now? But I see a nice rainbow out there. So I'm gonna kind of create that same rainbow. Okay, I'm gonna create that same rainbow. And then to that, what I want to do again is, you know, I'm just basically using the things that I see inside of the kit. So again, getting that little, can everybody see that? Kioni, can you see that? Huh? Is that good?
Yes. Looks great.
Little ginger. Okay. Put that over here, move that over here. And then some of you might have, I'm not so sure if the ikura is in the small, but I'm gonna put a little ikura on this plate. And then some takuan. Okay. And then you have in the sauce, remember I showed you earlier, if I can, oh, here it is. If you have the kabayaki. That's the sauce that has the viscosity, right? The thicker one. So this is actually a sauce that you can use for any of the fish and any of the vegetables. But again, this goes good with the unagi, and then you kind of like put a little design on that. So how's that look? Can you get a close up of that? Huh? Is that a close up?
A little bit more.
A
Yes,
little bit more what?
Right there.
zooming in.
Oh, zooming in? Okay.
There we go.
And then, of course, to make the perfecta of the rainbow, you need Justin Park drink, okay?
Yes, that's the perfect
So now you
compliment.
have the chiso that's on top, overlooking, right? Overlooking the unagi rainbow.
I like that. Roy, by the way,
Yeah, Justin Park, thank you.
Roy,
Bar Leather
Tadapo said his wife appreciated the unagi creation, and now they are ordering their toaster oven on Amazon as we speak, so they can
Okay.
heat up unagi.
Todd, can you open, can you order an extra one for me? Okay, is there something else that maybe the audience out there might want me to make?
Yes, and a couple questions too. Can you shed some light on ikura? Does that come from only one kind of fish?
Well, ikura comes from salmon. So you have other types of caviar that comes from different types of fish, whether it be a paddlefish or whether it be a sturgeon. You know, normally sturgeon, you get all your different types of high-priced caviar, but any type of, well, even like a, you know, a trout, salmon trout, or, you know, they have other types of caviar that you can make so-called the type of ikura, but not, because ikura is only from salmon, okay? So you can also have masago, or you can also have a tobiko from flying fish. So the different types of caviar, of course. I personally like the ikura because I grew up with this. And it's kind of nice to put it in your mouth and just kind of pop it every now and then. A little salty, sweet, you know.
Like the little burst of flavor that comes.
Good stuff.
Kathy is hoping you can make something with hamachi or ahi, please, she says.
Okay. Let's do something with hey, let's do something with hamachi. Why don't we just get a nice piece of hamachi, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to maybe put it on a plate, and I'm going to just kind of like let it sit like this. Again, what I want to do is wet my hands a little bit. And maybe form a little rice, okay? Put it more like a, I don't know, more like a kind of a triangle type of thing. So again, I guess what I'm trying to say is that nothing, you don't have to make rules, and you don't have to, you know, make a certain type of roll. What you can do is you can be creative with this kit, because what you can do is you can make so many different types of things, and you can be as creative as you like, or you can just kind of like make your traditional sushi. Okay, so again, okay, so I have some like that, and then what I'm going to do is, you know, you do have that ponzu sauce, right? That's the sauce I showed you earlier, the citrus sauce, okay, that has the orange juice and stuff like that. Okay, so we have the ponzu, right? So again, you can put the ponzu over, and what you want to do is you want to bring the sweetness. You want to bring the sweetness of the hamachi, the nice fat, the oil content that you have in the hamachi. So one way you do it is you bring out the sweetness with salt, the Hawaiian salt. And then what you want to do is you want to put some cracked pepper on this. Cracked pepper. And again, you can put some of the nori to go on top. And then you can make it as plain as that. Or if you like, you know, you can make yourself a little salad with cucumber kind of put it on there like this. So again, I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm just taking the ingredients that's in your box, your sushi box, and creating little creations like this. So how's that?
Looks great.
Tony?
Looks awesome.
Yes.
Delicious.
Like that?
No complaints. Everyone has thumbs up. I think a lot of people actually ate some of the sushi kit as sashimi with the drink too. So, but Chris was wondering if you had something.
You have a great drink, and then you have your little sashimi if you like, and then you can start off with a little sashimi like this, and then you can get into the Futoburmaki or the basketball maki, and then you can do your big, or whatever. The entire roll. Again, you can get like different size nori that you can cut. Okay, so you can have different size nori that you can cut, or you know what, you can actually make. Again, if we have this, so this is made for you. So, you can have your different types of. And then if you like a larger cut, I mean, it's all up to you. I mean, you have different cuts of. So the hamachi again, you can roll your own. So, you can have your own sushi. So you can have your little nigiri like this. So you don't have to get too fancy. I mean, everything is done for you. So if you want to just pop a piece of fish right over the sushi roll, and then you have your own little, maki sushi, or you can have your own little, sushi on, so you can do whatever you like. Not a problem.
We have another question. Does the nori have to be roasted or can be used straight out of the package?
You know what? You can use it straight out of the pack unless you think that it's, with the humidity we have in Hawaii, sometimes it'll get kind of little wilted. And if it does get a little wilted, yes, go over the little stove top if you have a gas, kind of do this and wave it a couple of times.
There you go. Perfect. Perfect example. Are you going to be offering the sushi box at your restaurants after the class?
We actually have our sushi box available, Robin, how many times a week? We have it available 4 times a week.
Okay, so just keep an eye out for it. Will has a question about the 4th sauce with the textured balls. He wanted to know what that is.
The what?
The 4th sauce with the textured balls.
I lost you.
Maybe he's talking about the basketball sushi. Oh, or maybe it's a fake question. Do we only receive 3 sauces?
Oh, by the way, I think Eli is, Polivka is on watching. He wanted the box. Actually, it's his 4th birthday, and he wanted the box for his birthday. So, Eli, thanks.
Okay, mystery solved. It's the ikura. Thank you, everyone, for chiming in. I haven't opened my box
next
yet.
Next time, tell your dad and mom to order 2 boxes, not just 1.
Well, everything looks great. Does anyone have any questions for Chef Roy? We've been at this, and so many different ideas of sushi.
Yeah, you know what? It's great. So again, to me, it's great to have a little ichiko because I'm a ichiko lover. So I drink ichiko just about every night. So thumbs up.
Yes, and thank you to Ichiko for being a big sponsor of this. And Chef Roy, any final pointers? Any mistakes that you see rookies doing with the sushi?
No, you know what? There, no mistakes. Whatever way you roll it, it's all from the heart. That's the main thing. You're at home, you're having fun, just roll it and just have fun with it. And that's the main thing. What you want to do is just make sure that you have all your mise en place, which is all the ingredients all kind of lined up in front of you so you can kind of reach things and, so it's a lot easier to maneuver than having to have to look for things. So, as long as you have all of that done, I think you're good to go.
Okay, Roy, I know we're running tight on time, but I have a couple requests for something with shrimp from Chris and also Scott. And then I don't know if we could do this together. I don't want to stifle your creativity, but Brad's asking how do you make a roll with the right rice outside of the nori?
Okay, that's so many. That's too many. What do you call it?
Too many requests.
Too many what?
I know you can do anything. Shrimp.
Nah, I'm just
and
joking. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Okay. Okay, shrimp. Okay, what? You know, I think to be honest with you, I think shrimp is kind of, you know, you see shrimp all the time, but to me, a good way to do shrimp is always a boasting. I mean, and what you want to do is, you know, depending on how you want to make it, but you know, I kind of like to kind of like get the tail in the head and put that on saran wrap like this, okay? And then kind of like, so it's kind of like it's just brown like that. And then, again, put a little wasabi on the rice. And then like this. Roll it up. And to me, this maki kind of looks really good like this. So you have the little hole in the middle there. And then what I want to do is, with that little hole, I want to put a little bit of the crab. So again, this is the crab mix has king crab, and it has a snow crab, and then it has Dungeness crab. So we have this crab mixture like this. And then grabbing that same kabayaki again. Okay, a little crisscross. Everyone like that song, Crisscross?
You gonna sing for us now?
Jump.
I heard you spreading a little aloha. That can't
Okay. Okay. So we have the. Okay. So we have the shrimp. So this is. I think this one is good. Shrimp, little wasabi, the rice, a little king crab on top. I think that's a good one. And then, of course, if you want to make the maki, so again, get your where's my good one? Oh, here. Again, so we have our nice rolling mat. Okay, so we have our rolling mat. I'm going to put the rolling mat out there. And of course, this is from you know, our website. Okay, so I have the thing right there. So, oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, we're gonna make the okay, inside out. So we're gonna make again. So get your rice. Spread your rice out. You know, I'm not so sure if everybody is a, you know, rice lover or not. So you can use as much or as little as rice as you like. So I'm going to put maybe, and again, have water, right? Have water so your rice can spread easily. Okay, so I'm just going to put, maybe that's enough rice. And then just put the rice facing down. And then you have your the nori facing up. And then, let's see, you know, you can have your salmon. You can have your cucumber, avocado, maybe avocado. Okay, maybe you like some ahi. Put the ahi there. And then maybe takuan if you like takuan. I'm gonna cut the takuan in half a little bit. So you have that. And then put the avocado, maybe some spice sprouts, the kaiwari. Okay, so, I mean, of course you can make it as thick or thin as you like. So again, I'm gonna get this. And then I'm just gonna cut a little bit of this nori out. I'm gonna get this roll. I'm gonna use my little inside out roll, okay? And then I'm gonna use a little water for my knife tip. Okay, so get my plate. So I'm gonna maybe I'll just do it this way. So maybe get some more kind of like dimensions on this. Okay, so I'm gonna put, okay. So how's that look?
I think it looks perfect. Perfect way to finish up. Anyone have any final questions? That looks great, Roy. Everything looks amazing.
You sure? Sure. How's that look?
It looks amazing. Nina says, Chef Roy and Justin, big applause. Thank you to Hawaii Food and Wine Festival for putting on this event for everyone tonight, cook and drink along.
So again, just have fun at home. You can make a lot of creations from this one box. You can get creative as much as you like to. You can make a sashimi plate. You can make a crudo plate. You can make a rolled sushi, thick, thin. You can make a little football, basketball. You can make a hand roll. Different types of, again, crudo if you like, whether it be a hamachi or salmon or, ahi. And then if you have other ingredients, in your pantry, like extra virgin olive oil, Hawaiian salt, if you have some Thai basil, laying around in your refrigerator, you can take all of these ingredients and kind of make your own sushi as you go along. Or you can just utilize whatever you have just in the kit itself, and then you can come up with a great concoction. So, it's endless of what you can do. And, all you need is someone to eat it right after you make it. And then after you finish all your fish, whatever's in that box, don't forget, you'll probably always have some rice left over, okay? You can get a piece of steak or whatever. If you have a piece of steak laying around, you can also put a slice of steak on top of the rice. So don't let the rice go to waste, because it's a lot of work to make this rice, okay? So don't throw it away. Don't let it go to waste, okay? And then don't put it in the refrigerator, because it's gonna get hard, and it's gonna be like, I don't know, Keone, what's that word I'm looking for? When rice gets old, like the next day? Oh, bust up. The rice will be bust up tomorrow. So just eat it. A slice of steak, eat it. Get rid of it, okay? Steak, chicken, whatever you're gonna use it with.
Well, everyone has loved everything that you have taught them, all the hacks and the great sushi and the drink. Is Justin around? Roy, is Justin around? Because I think everyone would like to see him and just thank him as well. Or did he take off already? Maybe he's eating. But I see a lot of people doing a family fair, making this together. I see Sharon Brown from the Food and Wine Festival Board. Hi, everyone. Janice. Thank you guys for joining. Oh, hi, Justin. Justin's back. I think someone needs to, you should try his sushi, or he's already raving about your drink. Is there one, do you have a favorite, Justin?
Yeah, oh, well, all, but I'll do this one.
I know. How can you pick, right?
On the spot.
Pour some soy sauce on it or something.
Like this? See, I didn't even do this before. Like not used to the mask and put food.
Do the mask.
It's not good.
Perfect.
Oh, sure.
Oh,
Delicious.
Roy, Bob said his didn't look quite as good as yours, but I'm sure it tasted excellent. But everyone is thanking both of you. Thank you, Justin, for the fabulous drink to pair with all of the Yamaguchi Sushi Box. And
Social distancing.
Chef's right here, though. You guys can see him, but he's right here.
okay. And I just wanted to thank you and to thank everyone for joining us and for.
So where can we buy unagi?
The store?
Store.
No, usually we get it from, we get it from Tropics, or, you know, you can get it from, well, actually, when you go to Don Quixote, get it from Don Quixote, because, you know, I think Don Quixote has it in the freezer section, in the fish section.
I've also seen it at Marukai, if another Japanese market.
Okay,
I'm
there you
not
go.
sure who sells it. Maybe they do. I'm not sure.
Just a reminder, everyone will get an email tomorrow to get a survey about this experience. But everyone tonight says thank you both so much, Justin and Roy, for everything. And a little reminder, keep an eye out for information on upcoming events from Hawaii Food and Wine Festival, because tickets for the next Talk Story in Pauhana, Breaking the Kitchen Door, will be on sale soon. So everyone, raise your glass and enjoy the sushi. And thank you all for joining us for the first ever Cook and Drink Along.
I was gonna say, you know what? I was gonna say, you know, Chad and Jamie Waters, they got married recently, and I just, she was jogging with Denise the other day, so congratulations on, I think 1 month or 3 weeks or something.
Wow.
And of course, a shout out to my kids, Hoku, Remy, Stone, Nicole, Roy, they're at home, and my grandkids, Aubrey and Lola. Maybe Lola's rolling some sushi right now.
These are family enjoying. I see a lot of people enjoying everything. Everyone's saying thank you, Chef Roy. My sons had fun making different creations. No excuse in the future when I asked them to make sushi again. That's from Gil.
How about Denise's sister, Nicole? Is she rolling with Orion or something? Huh? No? Is she on? Okay. Well, I'd like to thank everyone for joining me, and Justin, of course. Justin is, you know, numero uno, as they say in our world. Yeah.
Yes.
And you know, Mazi is going to open pretty soon, or is it open? Or
Mazi, well, I mean, we'd like to. It's ready.
oh, it's ready to open.
Ready to open.
So when it does open, you know, check out Justin over at Mazi, and of course Bar Leather Apron, of course, you know.
We don't have this though, Chef. That beautiful view.
I'm not so sure if you can see outside where we have the patio lights on out there. Can you guys see the patio lights?
It's gorgeous. It was gorgeous before sunset. It's gorgeous now too. Everyone wants to come out for happy hour as soon as we can.
Can we get the camera so that it shows all the lighting outside? No, just kidding. Just kidding. Just joking. So I'd like to thank the Hawaii Food and Wine Festival for, you know, all this efforts. You know, my wife Denise, of course, putting all this together. Great job. And of course, Aya and the team. Okay, everybody is here. Pony Michelle, thank you very much. Keone, huh? Excellent job. And your daughter, your oldest daughter. Name again? Kayla. Kayla, thank you very much for being
the
camera person there.
On point camera.
Okay.
Thank you.
One last
Thank you,
shot,
Roy.
make me look good. Make me look good. Sure. Oh, my drink. Ichiko Silhouette. Justin, thank you very much. Of
course. Thank you for having me.
Cocktail. Thank you. Very nice. Nicely done.
Thank you. Thank